Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a software that I actually use quite frequently. It's called Flopzilla. What Flopzilla is a tool where you're able to construct your own ranges and visualize what your opponent can feasibly have in any given scenario. What's really cool about it is all the hands actually glow. That way you get to see what you think your opponent will have in a certain spot. So now what I'm going to do is show you a couple of examples. Okay, so really quickly when we take a look at this, what we see is I have a bunch of ranges open over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, let's say, my button open, and then when we click it, all of these hands start to glow. These are all of the hands that I decide I want to play when I'm on the button. It's really straightforward. So now let's say that the flop ends up being Queen 10 7. And it's suited, right? Now what's happening over here is it's showing what percentage of my range hits what certain scenario. So a set is 3 of a kind, basically. So I have 3 combinations of Queen Queen, which you can see over there, 3 combinations of 10 10, and 3 combinations of 7 7. They're all glowing in purple right now. These weird percentages look kind of odd, so let's actually press the tab button. And now what it's doing is it's just giving us the amount of combinations of each thing that we have. So 2 pair, we have 14 of them. Queen 10, we have 9. And then Queen 7 and 10 7, we have 3 and 2 respectively. Then what we do is we take a look at overpairs, like aces and kings, which we have 6 of. So this is kind of how you can visualize what percentage of hands that you have that are value bets, like your top pairs, your over pairs, your 2 pairs, your sets. And then what you can do is see what kind of bluffs you have. So your flush draws, your open-ended straight draws. Your open-ended straight draws being you can have a 9 or an ace come, and then you have a straight. So that'd be your hand like king jack because you're open-ended. So, how I use Flopzilla is what I do is I have a whole bunch of scenarios. If I'm in the button and then the person in the low jack has bet, what I do is I decide whether I want to call or actually 3-bet again. And I have this available for all of the scenarios pre-flop already. And then what I've started to do is I've started to build a little database, jack high flop. So yeah, this is kind of just a post-edit note that I decided to kind of say. A little while ago, I think I paid about $15, maybe $20 for the Flopzilla software, so it's definitely not that expensive. I'm just a believer in you gotta spend money to make a little money because I feel like this software has given me way more than $15 worth of advice. Yeah, and I'm super embarrassed. I just don't feel like re-editing the whole video just to say that. So, yeah. 2 Big Mac combos got me more poker knowledge. That's kind of how I view it. Anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. So what happens when we open that jack high flop here, I have a scenario in the suited folder that's jack 5 of hearts and then the 2 of clubs. This is assuming that the cutoff has bet, the button has 3-bet, and then the cutoff has just called. So what we can actually do is fix everything over here, and then do the jack 5 of hearts, and then the 2 of clubs. And now what happens is when I load up this over here, it shows me exactly what hands I actually want to bet with. So these are my 3 of a kinds, jack jack. These are my top pairs like king jack, ace jack, queen jack, 10 jack. And then a few middle pairs like 9 9 and 8 8 I don't mind betting, stuff like that. Now, what's even cooler is let's say I'm in the button, right? And I have ace king of hearts. What it's doing now is it's picking which cards would actually be great for my range, like any aces and any kings obviously. And then what it shows also is what hands would be terrible for me. So stuff like the 9 of spades, because now my opponent has a bunch of straight draws or a bunch of 9s. Not really a bunch of 9s, but a few 9s. Any 7s wouldn't be great just because now I still only have ace high and you could have a bunch of jacks. Everything like that, what it's designed to do is make your life as easy as possible and show what cards would be really good for you and what cards would be really good for your opponent. And that's actually the full length of which I'm going to discuss Flopzilla today. I feel like that there is more that we can all learn together that I haven't even fully figured out yet. Shout out to my friend Thadios, who was able to actually ask me to make this kind of video. That way he could learn the software. So hopefully, Thadios, you find this okay, and anybody else who happens to watch this video. Thank you very much for watching. And if you did like this video, please press that sub button. It would actually mean a lot to me. And have a wonderful day.